Hey guys, I'm Travis and I want to share with you a quick webcam setup that you can do for under $5,000. Now, if you're running like a political campaign, if you're running a business, you're doing virtual calls, and if you're like on national TV, you could do a setup like this, like I said, for under $5,000. What does it involve? It involves some simple gear that I'm going to link down below in the description. So if you use any of those are affiliate links. They do help the channel here and help encourage me to make more content. So first off, the camera that I use is the Sony A7 IV. Now, this camera here is the Sony A7 IV, and it is a full frame camera. Do you need a full frame? No. Does it help you? Yes. Why? Because it helps you make that blurry background. Second up, I'm using a Viltrox 24mm 1.8 lens. This camera has a great autofocus, so if I get close to you or far away, it's going to track my face and keep it in focus while keeping that background nice and blurry. Third, I'm using a Shure SM7B microphone. Now, this microphone might be a little overkill. It's a lot of podcasters like Joe Rogan use it, and it sounds great. Now, I've got some other things like the DBX286A, which is a vocal audio processor, which just makes it so you can adjust your audio on the fly. Now, you could use almost any interface for your audio. However, I use the DBX286A because it allows me to add all the compression and everything like that before it goes into the computer. However, you can do a lot of the stuff in OBS. Now, a lot of people will go out, maybe just buy the camera and the lens and maybe the microphone and not really focus on lighting. And that is ultimately the mistake that a lot of people make. See, lighting is the difference between this and this. Now, it's actually a lot easier than you think. A large full frame camera does really help, but you could also do it with a little bit less expensive DSLR and a fast lens as well. But the key with the lighting is actually a little bit of a hack. Now, the simple hack I use is a mixture of in-camera as well as lighting to get my colors dialed in. The light I'm using is a NEEWER something Pro 1, whatever it is. It's bicolor, it's LED, it's edge lit, which means that it's a very soft light. And it comes with a nice little clamp that clamps onto your desk. It's great. The background lights are like super basic ones that you buy for like $20 on Amazon with a single gel over them to create it blue. I also actually have two black lights, and that makes things look a little more blue. But the secret to making your background more blue is actually in your color, in your settings. So Kelvin 3200 is what I set my light to, and Kelvin 3200 is what I set my camera to. So what that means is that the camera and the main light are matched perfectly, but when you use a very, like, it cools the colors down a lot, it makes everything look bluer, right? And that's how I kind of trick the camera to making me look great, but the background look a much different color. And you can do this as well as, you know, different shades of color. So if I change that light to be really blue, and here we go. Let's adjust the setting here. Let's try this here. Here we go. So I'm going to turn it really blue, and it's going to almost match that background. I'm going to have to go into my camera here. So now I've got the settings here. I'm going to warm up my camera to where now I'm kind of balancing out for my skin tones based on this light, right? But notice how, because I warmed up the light to balance out this blue light on my face, the background changed. This became a lot more pronounced and orangish, and this became a lot less blue. Now, if I change the light back to the blue, let's say I'm going to make this super orange. So obviously the background now hasn't changed. I've just kind of changed the light on my face. I'm going to take my white balance in the camera and dial it to be much bluer. So I'm going to like 2500 Kelvin. Actually, I'm going to go to like 3200 Kelvin now. Now I'm dialed it in based on this light, but notice how this blue in the background just became a lot more blue. Now the key though is to have a little bit of contrasting colors. So I actually have this little LED RGB battery powered light. I'll link to it down below. I did a video review on this on my Amazon, and it's pretty sweet. It recharges with USB-C. It has a little readout as to what it is, and it's a great little light. So I just had it to yellow, and I kind of have it, you can see here, filling in me with some color, some light, and that's it. I also often have a flashlight back here that just like dangles above me. You can't see it, but it's like, notice it in my hair. So I'm going to be doing some more videos on stuff like this if you guys want to see them. And so yeah, let me know a comment down below though. What do you use for lighting? Do you use like the $20 lights? Do you use the $100 lights? What do you use? And also, what do you think I should use? If there's anything that you're like, dude, you need to pick this up. This is a Shure SM7B mic. It's like, you know, Joe Rogan, right? I actually listen to Joe Rogan, but he's like the #1 podcaster, right? And I just realized recently that that's the microphone that they use. So it was a little coincidence that I think I was recording something and I realized I'm like, oh yeah, that's the same one. So anyways, I look forward to you guys' comments. Literally, I will read them. Yeah. And thanks for supporting me and with your comments. Talk with you later. Bye.